First of all, when I talked to you last year around this time, you weren't exactly sure what your role in the team was going to be. You didn't exactly know where you're going to fit in. As many as 5 players in central midfield, but with the departures of Christian Caceres and Drew Yearwood and a lot of minutes under your belt already last year, does it maybe feel like there's a little bit more faith in you to shoulder some of the burden in central midfield?
Yeah, I think for sure. I mean, if you look at it, there's, last year there was a really deep position. We had so many, fantastic players, and it was, always going to be a challenge for me to find the field, especially as a rookie coming in. But I feel like I did a good job, to prove myself and show glimpses. Like I said, have some really strong individual games I can remember where I played really well and was an important player. And I think, this year it's about just continuing to learn and grow. I think I can mature a little bit, in every aspect, and then become a consistent, important player and piece of this team.
And you mentioned that you want to add a little bit more to your game, and offensively you want to get goals and assists this year as a personal objective of yours. And you've been featuring a little bit higher up in preseason in Coachella and at moments last year. Is that something that you're really looking forward to, or something you're expecting, something that you maybe think is definitely going to happen?
I think for me it's just about being ready and, learning that position and it's totally different than, the position I was playing last year, deeper in the field. You're facing the game most of the game, whereas that position your back's to the goal kind of. So just tactically figuring that out is something that if I can add to my game, I think will be huge, because I think I can be effective in those positions, I think. So just about keep learning that tactically, everything about it, because our system, tactically is important to be solid, because the way we play, you don't want to get played around against these teams. So for me, this is good. This is only good to be able to play more positions and to be able to have kind of an all-around, ability to play in this attacking position as well, play, further back. So.
In your first year at the pro ranks with the club, obviously some change with the managers last year, and now Sandro comes in. It's 3 managers within the first calendar year of your career. I'm curious if that's been difficult to, keep some continuity, keep focus, or if that's something that you've really appreciated, having so many different minds to learn from.
Yeah, I think to each and every coach, were their own, and they had their different, ways of doing things. But I think as a player, I've learned, this is how the game is, Even as a player, if you're not playing well enough, you're going to get dropped. And same thing, with coaches. I think it's a volatile game, but I think in the end, as a player, this is what happens. You have to get used to, coaches changing. And I think the thing I learned is you can't adapt your game to, what a coach comes in. You're going to have to, obviously, at some point, but I think initially it's important to just play your style and show your ability, when the coach comes in, because that'll get your foot in the door. And then it's about, adapting your game. So I think I've learned it's kind of been a blessing at the same time to learn how to deal with, change and all of that.
Awesome. Thank you so much.